Together you will see us with a grin.
Now, hear me out, Tiger fans. Now, this one's an odd one because it's not even about a Richmond player, believe it or not, but it's in regards to someone we should target as a free agent at the end of 2025. Forget about De Koning, forget about Luke Davies-Uniacke. The player I reckon that we should be targeting as a free agent at the end of the 2025 season is Ed Richards from the Western Bulldogs. Now, while not a massive A++ superstar name, if you actually watch the Bulldogs games, in particular last year, Luke Beveridge actually shifted him to the midfield. Now, prior to that, he was working off the half-back line, ultra quick player, one of the quickest players in the comp on most days, good user on the left foot, and he always caused us headaches. But then Luke Beveridge actually moved him into the middle, and he's actually got a good knack of winning some inside ball and outside ball, which was actually a facet of his game in his underage year as well before he was drafted. So last year in 2024, he averaged 21.4 disposals, 4.6 marks, 3.7 tackles, and 3.9 clearances per game. And you've got to remember, he's doing that in a midfield that had Bontempelli, Adam Treloar, who both had season best years as well. Libba's in there. So there's some pretty big and strong names in that Bulldogs midfield. It's one of the strongest parts of their team. So the fact that he was able to roll through there and still generate some good numbers, I just think is a really interesting prospect for us. Now, the reason why I think that is because I've spoken about a lot recently that I think the balance of our midfield is not quite right. So some of the names that you're going to see for us in the midfield as mainstays, you're going to see your Prestias, Taranto, Hopper, you're going to see Jack Ross, you're going to see maybe Kane McAuliffe at times, Camden McIntosh is a defensive midfielder. Now, I know the Collingwood game is only a pre-season game, but this extends back to 2024 and 23 as well. But playing any of those three combinations in the midfield at the same time, we're just too slow. If we don't win the clearance, the opposition are gone and it's an easy ball inside 50. By contrast, when we get it, it feels like we're kind of working a lot harder to get it out because they're not as quick of foot. Whereas someone like Ed Richards, if you inject him into the midfield, he's got the speed. If he gets it, kind of like Bolton, he's gone. He's going to break away from the stoppage and get a good inside 50 for you. Alternatively, if the opposition win the ball out of the centre, you've got someone, again, who's very quick, who can chase them down, apply some pressure, and maybe it's a bit more of a scut kick inside the opposition 50, which gives the defenders half a chance. So that's my now hear me out. Ed Richards, free agency target for 2025. It's a little bit left field, but I actually think if you're talking about players that fit our need right now, I actually think he'd almost be number one on the list. So he won't cost as much as what a De Koning naturally would, of course, or a Luke Davies-Uniacke. So I feel like we'd be able to get him on the cheaper side. And regardless of the coin, we've got plenty of cash to throw around. We'll be one of the most, cashed up clubs going around. So that won't be an issue. But yeah, let's have a look at, I know he's injured at the moment, I think, for the start of the Bulldogs season. But Ed Richards, keep an eye on him. And Tigers, maybe chuck some coin his way to get him across as a free agent, just to improve that midfield speed, improve that dynamic. And I think he's going to offer something a little bit different. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you buying into the Ed Richards vibes that I'm giving off? Or is there someone better out there? Is there someone else who's got some toe who we should be able to put in instead? Keen to hear those thoughts too. Let us know what you think. And for any more Richmond content, make sure you like and subscribe for more. And I'll catch you all for the next one. Go Tigers.